Yo, hello. We be live, I think. I just need to get my general setup going. So just bear with me while I get my stuff rolling. Oh my. Apparently my last video did pretty well. Oh. A pleasant surprise to be sir. Whoa. Anyway, let's get our chat up so I can actually see what's going on. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to do something a little different this time. So for anyone who joins in later, allow me to introduce you to my desktop. Let me just make sure there's nothing incriminating on here. I probably should have done this first. No, we're good. It's just Hearthstone screenshots. I should clean this up, though. Cool. Dun-dun-dun. But that's not what we're here for. We're not here for my desktop. We're here for this notepad. As today, what I want to do is I want to make a short schedule. I got up a little early. And what I want to do is just put together a short itinerary of sorts. So we'll start with the obvious stuff. Dailies. Spend resin. Work. And see what we can do with Mika. Okay. And then workshop. And then character workshop. So I want to do some team ideas for Mika. Ideas for Mika / building. And then I want to do a short workshop on team ideas for Amber today. Because I am going to be working on an Amber thing and a Chi-Chi thing. I think the Chi-Chi thing is going to be next, but I feel like it'll be fun to play around with Amber today. And then, so I really have two in mind. And who knows, we might expand on these on multiple days. Because I can't do this, won't be doing this all day, right? And then finally, we'll do team ideas from chat. Even if there's only one or two people in chat, I mean, I'll take any ideas. Doesn't matter. Okay, so that's the plan. So we do our daily chores. And then we go into a character workshop. And I think this is a good idea. Let's see how this goes. See if people like the idea. And we'll go from there. That is our schedule. Let's just get the video game back on the screen. Ew, it's the video game. Behold. Okay. Well, since the plan is to workshop with Mika and Amber, let's do most of our chores with the Mika team. With the first Mika team, at least. Oh, hold on. I gotta pause this. I can't stand seeing my playback in the background. Like in the corner of my eye. Absolutely drives me up the wall. Just unreal. And oh, this is good timing. I just capped my resin. Wow, that's that right there, that's satisfying. Oh, that makes me happy. I like to see that. But today, I believe we can actually get ballot books for our Mika. Though, if I'm going to workshop with Amber, I should check something. She uses freedom. I have plenty of freedom books. Thank goodness. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to push the back button and my thumb slipped. Oops. I didn't... It's fine. It's A-okay. But yes, we can level up Amber a little bit. That'll be good. I don't know if I'm going to be leveling up these talents. 6/6 is probably fine. I'm more interested in ascending him, which requires Wolf Hook. Maybe I'm not spending my resin on that. That's interesting. Huh. I don't know now. I'm actually curious on how I want to go about this. Artifacts, baby? Money? What do we need? What do we need? This is the hard part. Now I'm looking at what I need and what I have, and I'm like, well, what do I do? I guess I'm just going to stand here and look at this statue. I don't know. Venti, do you have the answers I'm looking for? Why am I asking you? Of course he doesn't. That's not helpful at all. Okay. You know what? Let's take a step back. We'll condense the resin for now. We'll figure it out after. Because just got to get these chores out of the way, and then we'll get into, the workshopping stuff. We'll get into the more interesting stuff. Have some plans. I put together a schedule before I started. So once you get the daily chores done, we're going to workshop some ideas for Mika and see what we can come up with for him. And then we're going to do a little bit with Amber today, because I think, I don't know, I just feel like I'm in an Amber mood today. We're going to see what we can come up with. And then after that, depending on if we have anyone in the chat who wants a character to be workshopped, and see what we can come up with for them, come up with a rotation, a build, something like that, we'll get into it. But that's getting ahead of ourselves, one step at a time. But, as always, you have to get our daily chores done. Or else. I need those primo gems. I have to fuel my addictions. Oh, hello, Hatem. Hatem? Let me think. Which should I pick? Ah, Traveler, you're back. Wonderful. You're not picking a golden dish again, are you? Ha, a clever little brain you have. That's right. I'm about to pick one golden dish to rule all future markets. So help me again, would you? Understood. Same rules? That's right. It's been a pleasure working with you, so please, make your choice then. Mora meat, butter chicken, or pile 'em up. Which one is the real golden dish? Build physical Klee. Oh. Hello, the juice. Yeah, okay, we'll do physical Klee. We'll figure that out. Why not? Sure. And by physical Klee, we mean literally just put an eye perception on her. Okay. That's a terrific idea. Why do you wound me like this? And you say that I know you said that my level 90 Bell upset you, and you say things like that. Jesus. Alright. What food does this guy want? Butter chicken? Well, I'm in the mood for butter chicken, so I'll give him butter chicken. Better than your physical Chi-Chi and Amber. That's a bold claim right there. Physical Klee. Okay. Oh, I can smell it. The dish smells like wealth. Wealth. Yes, it smells like gold. I shall make a killing this time, indeed. Thank you so much. Now I shall go to my wealth spot later and eat this golden dish. Just wait to hear good news from me, you two. Wealth spot. This is another one of my secret ways to get rich. It's like the golden dish, this is a good location that can bring me fortune. See the city gate over there? Countless merchants carry their goods and Mora through it every day. That place must be teeming with good fortunes. Also, the area around the exchange is also where Mora gathers. If you spend lots of time in such places, you will be blessed with wealth. You have strange ideas of how money works. It seems rather baseless. Ha ha ha, strange or not, nonsense or not. Any theory that makes me Mora is a good one. Okay, I'm off to embrace my fortune, waiting for the good news, traveler. Toodaloo. Yeah, he's, okay. You know, I think there's a follow-up quest for him after you've done that enough times, and he gives you, like, a little bit of something. But I like to imagine that he's just scamming you out of lunch. Like, he wants a homemade meal, but, like, he can't get one anywhere. So, basically, what I'm trying to say is that we're skip the dishes. Oh, someone's trying to join my world. You know what? Sure. Why not? We haven't started anything yet, so... What do you want? What you want? Hello. What you want? I should change my team if I'm going to be doing dailies. Let's do... I'll just do D and Bennett. Just so I can not die. May I take some mushrooms and lotus flowers, please? Well, since you said please. Well, since you said please. Well, he said please. Go ahead. I don't need them right now. The only thing I'm using those mushrooms and flowers for right now are making the Dendroculus finders. So while they're doing that, I'll just biggity bounce through these commissions. You know, half the time, I don't know what to expect of people joining my world. Half the time, it's just them being like, hey, can I take your mushrooms? And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatevs. And the other time is like, hey, can you do a domain with me? But just one domain. Not 2 domains, just 1 domain. Like a random one. They're like, hey, can you do this with me? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then we do it. We do it one time. And they're like, hey, thanks, gotta go. And I'm, okay. We'll get through all these. Clearly the only solution to this problem is violence. You know, I've come to a conclusion recently. The treasure hoarders, the bandit type enemies, even these eremite enemies, they remind me a lot like the bandits from Skyrim, actually, if you've played that before. Because, think about it, the bandits in Skyrim will watch you take down a dragon, potentially with your bare hands or something ridiculous, throwing a cascade of magical spells, a barrage of arrows, and then just yelling at the thing to death. And then approach you and say, give me your money, your life or your coin, and it's like, guy, I just killed a dragon, are you sure about this? Did you think this through? I don't think you're quite in the right mind right now. Are you certain you want to do this? And of course, they cannot be reasoned with, so violence is the only solution, but it just makes me wonder, it's like, what are you thinking? And it's like, in this world, you have these treasure hoarders, these regular human beings, who are just, like, looking to make a quick buck. And they'll watch this, this lady here absolutely punch, like, a giant monster living flower to death with her bare hands and, like, explosions of fire everywhere, and then have the audacity to try to hit her with a shovel.
The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get, and whether you take on
you look like you have a lot of coin.
Entirely up to you.
Look, LeJuice, you know me. You know me, I know you. And I want to make this perfectly clear. You know I don't have a lot of coin. There is multiple instances on this channel of me opening my inventory to a whopping sub 100 Mora, okay? I've never met you before in my life. No, you haven't. My point is I'm broke most of the time. You know I don't have a lot of coin. Just don't be poor. Good advice. Thanks. That's almost as good advice as that one time I said I'm like, oh, I'm depressed, I'm sad, and they said, well, just don't be sad, and I'm like, wow, I didn't think of that. Thanks. That's so smart. You solved it. You solved depression. Good job. I'm so happy. Oh my god. Oh. Yes, also don't mind the extra person in my world. Someone has come here to steal my mushrooms. Too bad there isn't a pill for not being poor. Oh, wouldn't that be great? You just take a pill and you become wealthy. That sounds like some dystopian shit, actually. Never mind. Let's not have that. That is a terrible idea. Anyway, we got, I think this is our last commission, and then hopefully this mushroom bandit will be out of our world. Because we have plans to discuss, and... Okay, of course, the last commission... I'm rolling up with 2 Pyro characters, and the last commission has a Pyro Abyss Mage. Brilliant. I don't know, just grab... Where's Kokomi? She can deal with this. I have no patience for this Abyss Mage. Absolutely no patience for you right now, sir. It's like, we have big plans today. We don't have time for your shenanigans. And a random world event. Alright, you know what? I'll do this. Have you ever been so desperate for Mora that you do random world events every time you see them? Okay. So that is our daily commissions done. Alright, so we've got the daily chores out of the way. I'm just going to quickly pop up my little notepad. Uno momento. Da-da-da, da-da-da. So, we've done our dailies. We've not spent our resin, but we'll figure that out. We're going to take a look at Mika, see how he's looking, see how far we can push him today. And then we're going to go over, I got some ideas for doing stuff with Mika. And I need you to stop talking for like just a second. And then I want to do some team ideas for Amber. And then we're going to do, see if anyone in the chat or watching or whatever wants to have a character kind of workshopped, is what I'm calling it. That's the plan right now. And we're going to go from there. And... man, this person is still hunting down my mushrooms. Is he like... he said he was taking a couple mushrooms and lotuses. Is he like just robbing me? Goodness gracious. Okay, well... at least in the meantime, we can start at least talk... we can look at Mika while we wait. I should not have let him in. This is what I get for being nice. Oh. Oh, good timing. Huh. Apparently, if you complain enough, you'll get what you want. Excellent. Okay, let's make sure I'm not in co-op mode anymore, so this is easier to work with. Okay. So here's our Mika. He is level 70 out of 70. I do not have any wolf hook. Or I don't have enough Wolf Hook. I need 14 more. And that is a struggle. That is one struggle sandwich. But he's at least level 70, which means we have access to his second Ascension talent. So which is basically, as long as I have both his skill and his burst active, I can get a stack of his physical buff. Which at least makes him functional. For constellations, C0 because I'm not that lucky. And our artifact set is... it's not great. It's not great. We're just kind of using stacking a bunch of HP on him, and we're doing a 2-piece HP, 2-piece energy recharge. I'm going to try to do some artifact runs a little later. Possibly today or just later down the line, depending on how things are going. Just to get some fodder. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. For now, though... oh, yeah, the weapon. Oh, those are today. Okay, we'll do those after, though. That's, because I think the chains are today, right? Those are Wednesdays? Those are Wednesdays. Ooh. Okay, cool. We'll have something to work on later. But in the meantime, I wanted to do some ideas for Mika. See what we can come up with, team-wise. And unfortunately, he's physical. Which, you know, everyone knows, you know, physical has its obvious weaknesses. But I wanted to also see if we can come up with stuff that's not just physical. But we're going to need a volunteer. We need a willing volunteer, someone we can slap around back and forth just to see how things look. So since Mika's not really doing any damage, it's going to be kind of hard to weigh his value, like how much damage he's actually doing, but we'll just do... let's try it with just Razor here. And we're going to go ahead and hit our chicken. God, that sounds bad, actually. I did not want to word that like that. I got to be careful with that. Set up a superconduct. And see how hard he hits. Preferably without getting hit ourselves. Oh my goodness, I suck at this. I just want numbers. Okay, well, we saw what... I saw what I needed to see. It was about a 9k crit. Which is fine. It's not great. But that was just with Superconduct. When we start adding in things like Yunjin and, of course, Mika, that should be a lot better. That's the goal. Now, Yunjin, I'm not sure if she's going to be staying in this team, but she does fit in Razor's niche. Like, specifically Razor's niche of just hitting normal attacks. But I'm trying to is there another character that can buff physical really well, or buff normal attacks? Or is synergistic with normal attacks that I'm not thinking of? Well, we'll have... This is what this is all about. This is what the workshopping is for. We're going to be going through all the characters, see if we can find someone who maybe fits a little bit better. And we'll go from there. Oops, I do not want Yunjin yet. Alright, and now we're hitting for... It's about the same, man. Yeah, it doesn't make that big of a difference. Though, then again, it is only a 10% physical damage boost. So, that definitely hurts our cause a little bit. So if we do the full setup, though, let's see how it looks. I'm hoping, at least with the full setup, this should be a lot better, but we're going to see the obvious issue with Mika right now. Getting his burst back is not fun. It's a real pain in the arse. Because... okay, that wasn't so bad. I gotta check the energy cost on it, because that didn't feel so bad. That was not as bad as I thought. So there's energy cost on his burst. It's 70. It's pretty high. Though, Rosaria does do a generally good job of getting energy. So, maybe that's helping. So let's give it a full go, full combo, see how it looks where he's at right now. And then we'll start making adjustments. Seeing how things look, making changes as need be. Okay. And we start going to town. Okay, so we get to like 22k on the high end, which is actually respectable. The attack speed's really nice. But it does, all the buffs fall off way before Razor's burst is finished, which is kind of a pain. It is not ideal. So let's start making adjustments. Now, the whole point is, you know, for Mika to be doing the heavy lifting, right? Or not the heavy lifting, but Mika to be included, right? So we can't just cut Mika. Let's take a look. So, unfortunately, Bennett's out. Bennett would be an obvious pick for something like this, getting that, like, really nice, juicy attack buff. But, unfortunately, I have mine at C6, which completely nullifies that. Off the table. Now, if there was a way to take off that restriction, that would be pretty nice, but can't win them all. Mona could actually be okay. Yeah, Mona gives a pretty good, a pretty sizable buff, and I don't believe it's restricted to elemental damage. Though, not that would be a problem, though. With Razor specifically, because he does do a lot of elemental damage, this actually could be okay. But this is an idea. We gotta look through what other character options do we have. Now, since Mika's the healer, we don't really need another healer, but having a second one might be advantageous. Like, Diona could be okay, you know, as a second cryo and as a shield. But I'm not really sure if that's the best play. Kaya, kind of a replacement for Rosaria, maybe. But I think Rosaria is actually kind of key to this, because she does, because C6 Rosaria, I have, or my Rosaria is C6, so she has that physical shred, which is really valuable for doing a physical team. So, it's hard sometimes. Like, you could throw Zhongling in there, maybe, just as like a general good unit. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe I'm having an idea here. I'm having an epiphany. So what if we added Shinsho to the mix? So all of a sudden, instead of just being a buff, now he helps with resistance to interruption, which is good. And also will adds a significant amount of damage, a little bit of health regeneration, and most importantly, it lets me freeze sometimes. And with the freeze, all of a sudden, that little bit of elemental mastery we have doesn't go to complete waste, because now I get to do the worst elemental reaction in the game. I can do Shatter. Yep, that's yeah, that's a low point. Okay, that's fine. We're going to take a try, though. We're going to see how this feels. So, firstly, we're going to see how much damage we lost. Like, 22k on the high end, on the last hit, was, we had 22k on his last hit, but it was, like, averaging about, like, 15 to 20k for our normal swings. So we're cutting Yunjin. We're going to see how much of a difference that makes. Though, again, I need to get my bursts up. Oh, yes. Part of the reason I'm also doing the chicken instead of, like, the Abyss or something, the Abyss would probably be a lot easier. I keep doing that in the wrong order. Yeah, so the Abyss would probably be a fair bit easier, just for energy's sake. I could just keep going and doing the first floor, but I find at least the chicken is very consistent, And also, since I'm not putting in Yunjin right now, I can actually grab her Favonius Lance, which is the better one of my two. So this is test number 2. This is now cutting Yunjin and just running Shincho for a little bit of freeze. Now again, the freeze isn't relevant here because, you know, World Boss doesn't get frozen, but... Alright. Oh, did not. Alright, and... Again, 11k on average. It's a pretty noticeable drop-off. Yeah, Yunjin does a lot of work there, but... I gotta wonder now. I think I made up the damage, though. Like, if I'm looking at the health bar, I did a lot of the same stuff. For the same... But what I'm trying to say is that the phase transition happened a lot later that time, so I think Shincho's damage, overall, added more than what I lost from Yunjin per swing. So, yeah. So for now, I'm going to say Shincho might be a better pick. But there is someone else I want to try in that spot. And that is... I wanted to try Mona. Kind of a similar idea.
This is destiny.
Like, we're not doing anything particularly fancy here. It's just right to the point. And we're going to see how much damage we can get out of it. Now, of course, Mona's damage is probably not going to be as high as... I say probably, is not going to be as high as Shincho's, unfortunately. But let's make sure I have her built right now. I really don't. Do I have... I just need an hourglass. Any onset hourglass will work. I do not have a lot of choices right now. I'll just have to borrow that. Man, quiet day today. Not a lot going on. That's okay. It's certainly not a good build, but is a build. And that's really all I need it to be. And what does these do again? Oh, it increases elemental reaction damage. And, well, that's not really relevant. Okay, I was hoping to see if we had something that might add to our damage a little bit, but it would seem that is not the case. That's okay, though. We don't need it to be.
Precision strike.
Precision strike.
Shadows of fate.
And we're almost there. Get our energy back. This is the one annoying part when you're doing tests like this, and you're just trying to find like a consistent like volunteer. Is just that time it takes just to get your energy back, to get your bursts back, and then go from there. Okay, so, that was weird. I got like a big burst of viewers, and then they were just like, I guess they weren't finding the content interesting. Unfortunate. Well, that's fine. This is the struggle you face, I suppose. Alright. Alright, so that hit for 28k though. And how are we looking? Oh, pretty good. Okay, so if we're using our metric, what point he phase transitions at, I'm going to say the Shincho was the best one so far. So our Razor team, as of right now, looks something like this. So it's like a freeze taser comp with physical as like the main focus. Honestly, I don't think that's bad. Maybe that might be the way to do physical. For some teams. Like, I don't think Eula needs a team like that. It didn't need anything. Like, Eula can just be physical. But I think a lot of the other physical characters, you need something else to kind of circumvent their weaknesses. But that is merely just a theory of sorts. I don't know how good that would actually be in practice. Well, things seem to have quieted down quite a bit, unfortunately, so I think this is a good time to wrap up my daily stuff. Though that did give me a some good ideas. There is another team with Mika I do want to try, but the investment that it calls for, I'm just not quite ready to do. We'll see, though. See, what I want to do is I want to do a Xinyan team with him. But I don't know if attack speed applies to charged attacks. I feel like it does. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I still need C6 Xinyan, or it's just not happening, unfortunately. And everyone's back sent into the mines. And now we can get back to work. Well, this is fine. In the meantime, we'll spend our resin before getting back into the thick of it, I guess. Oh, this is the Hydro one, right? Let's just make this quick and painless. We'll get this over with quicker rather than later. Or sooner rather than later. I don't want to be spending a lot of time doing this. I love this song. At a 3-viewer peak there. Wow. That's crazy.
My will involve whirling snow.
Yep. Maybe I have to do something unthinkable. Maybe I have to do physical Ayaka. Just the most miserable, awful thing I could think of. Physical Ayaka. Throw a bunch of attack speed on her, and just go to town. Oh, that was actually a good... That was really good. Nice. Good start. But I need a bunch of these this chain items because I have Favonius Lance to level up, and then I can also use it to level up the Mailed Flower. Oh. That charge attack does so much damage. I wonder how much damage I can make that do just by doing just physical. Goodbye.
Eduard. Sylvester.
Well. Oh my god, that was awesome too. What the heck? Hell yeah. Yeah, we take those. Alright, we're getting somewhere today. This is great, Headway. I'm happy to see this. Well, I'm going to throw this out here. I'm going to probably make a comment on my own stream, probably, just to ask this question, because I am very curious what other people might have to say on this. I want some advice. How to make my streams better. How to make them more engaging. Like, the whole idea, like, the way I see it, like, what I want, really,
Do your master's bidding.
is, I just want people to, like, you know, hang out, right? I want, to get people talking. And, you know, I want people to be kind of, like, included in the discussion, the conversation. You know, coming up with ideas together and, like, you know, having conversation about it. That's the dream, at least. That's the goal. Coming up with, like, character idea, like, build ideas, or having people talk about, like, oh, I don't know how to use this character, or I want to find a use for a character, and then coming up with ideas together. Maybe someday. That's the dream. Yeah, so for now, though, we're going to finish this up. We're going to this one run left, and then we can talk about what characters we want to kind of workshop with today. What do we want to... What kind of builds we want to try? I've been doing stuff with Mika. I have some ideas that have been working out.
Take flight.
But physical is a little limiting. There's only so much you can do with a physical team. But I don't think it has to be bad, though. Alright, buddy. Come on. Teleport together. Perfect.
Race the ice. Whirling snow.
There we go. Quick and painless. Bro, can you tell me which one should I pull for, Ayaka or Ganyu? I'm free to play and need a big damage dealer. Also, I'm a mobile user, so which one should I pull for? I need a good DPS to clear the abyss. Oh, so I'm going to say Ayaka. Specifically, more so because you are a mobile user. Ayaka's a lot easier to use on mobile. Like, her control, her playstyle is just a little bit better and just more user-friendly for mobile specifically. And overall, she is really, really strong. Like, you put her with, like a single Hydro unit and an Animo unit, and you have a team, basically. It's pretty good. And I swear by Ayaka. I love Ayaka. She is one of my favorite characters, so... Ayaka, good pick. And that's our last of the resin. Good stuff. Yes, also that, and if you're waiting on Ganyu, I don't know when Ganyu's next rerun's going to be. That might be a little while out. If you have the pulls for Ayaka now, get Ayaka. Highly recommend her. She's almost always on my Abyss team. But can I get a good damage? Can I get good damage with Ayaka? You're only getting 12k with Mist Splitter. I just need a good damage dealer. Oh, absolutely. Because the thing with Ayaka, and I'll go ahead and find a volunteer for us just to give an example. Let me just get my burst back real quick. is that Ayaka hits a ton. So her numbers aren't as big as Ganyu. Like, you point, basically, with Ganyu, you point and shoot, right? You push the button, she does like 50,000 damage every couple seconds. With Ayaka, though, you're hitting like 11k, but you're hitting so frequently that the damage over time is actually higher in a lot of cases. So let's just I'll test this in the Abyss. Actually, let's that's what you want it for, right? So let's I'll give a demonstration for the Abyss. I think that'd be fair, right? So just bear with me a moment while I get a basic team set up. So floor 12, we'll just do. I just need a team that can do the first half really fast. So we'll do you, grab Dia, we'll grab. Oh, where's Bennett? Where's Bennett? I have to do this so fast. And where's Sucrose? Actually, no, we'll not bring Sucrose. We'll bring Kazuha. We'll put Sucrose on the other team just for making a point. And I need... Oh my god. This is so hard to do on the fly. Diona. Sucrose. Shenhe, and Ayaka. Yeah, so like, yeah, it's 11k, but you hit like, I'll show the burst in particular once we're in the Abyss. I just have to get through the first floor, because I was going to put them on the first half, but the first half has cryo shields, and I'm like, that's not a good demonstration. It doesn't matter if you're using Ayaka or Ganyu, you're not getting through a frost shield with them. So I'll just do this first half really fast, and then we'll go from there. This shouldn't take too long. Yeah, now we just deal with this guy. And thankfully, my Dia team is actually pretty strong, so this isn't so bad. Oh, come on, you stupid cryo shield. I need you to break. Yeah. I'd also show Ganyu off if I could, but I actually don't own Ganyu, so all I can really talk about is, all I can show is Ayaka. Though, one of my closer friends, actually owns, he has C6 Ganyu, so I've seen what a high-end Ganyu looks like. I know how ridiculous it can get. Alright, here we go. This is what you want to see. This is what you paid for.
Care for the dance? Dance with me! Unleash! Cryo incarnate! Be a good audience, won't you? Take flight!
I also grabbed Diona out of instinct. Normally, you'd probably put like a Hydro character for the freeze. I kind of just autopiloted that. Oops. Oh my goodness, I'm just... Well, that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. I'm so good at this game, I swear. Okay. I'm gonna try that again. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, that was awful. I'm going to try that again, but I'm gonna make the right team this time. Oh. We're gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Ooh. Okay. Where's my Kazuha? Okay. No, Bennett. Oh. You ever just have days like that? Where it's like, you just completely scuff it? Okay. Shenhe. Yeah, Shenhe. Sucrose. Kokomi. Ayaka. Okay, that's... Damn, but you just made Dia so powerful. Yeah, my Dia's pretty good. After this, I'll do this run one more time to do the Ayaka build better, to give a better example. But I'll show you my Dia after. I put a lot of investment into her. I put a lot of time. I put a lot of love and care into her. Yeah. As far as my idea goes, your first half is way too destructive. It's pretty good. I made a whole thing about Dia because I was so excited when people were saying how terrible she was. I was like, "Oh boy, I'm gonna try to make her good." And I think she came out pretty good, actually. Came out pretty good. Alright, let's just get through this first half, then we'll do the second half properly this time, and give a better example. I am sorry for this awkward wait, that was my bad. Yeah, sometimes it just be like that. Eh. Ow. Stop that. Okay. Now let's do this properly this time. And basically, so this is just a basic freeze comp with Ayaka. I'm using a couple of 4 stars. You don't need Shenhe. She is really good for it, but you don't need it. Sucrose is probably your, is the free-to-play friendly option for any team like this. If you don't have Kokomi, you have 1.5 million options still. You have Shincho, Barbara, Yelan if you have her, but that's like another 5-star. And if you're going for Ayaka, here we go. There we go. And I keep getting myself frozen. Just get her health back a little bit, set up the freeze again, stop being frozen. Right, there we go. That was a lot better. Oh my goodness, my timing is all off today. There we go. So it would have been nice if I could have got them together there. Oh my god, I'm embarrassing myself so much today. This is awful. I am so sorry. So, barring me playing really bad, like, this works normally. Like, this is the team I do this with normally. Like, the worst part is I did this yesterday. I did this exact same team yesterday as a demonstration for someone else who was trying to learn the rotation for this team. And I did it so much better then. Like, I literally just did a 36-star right then and there. Like, just like a perfect run. And this time I'm just absolutely scuffing it. Just die. Well, ignoring the embarrassment of me playing really badly, the numbers are there. Like, as long as you're freezing them most of the time. If you freeze them and then you throw out Ayaka's burst, it hits about... I think it hits 14 times, 12 times, something like that. The shields are a pain. Again, Ayaka's good for it. Ganyu's good for it too, but any cryo character, as long as you can keep them still, it's not that bad. The problem I had there was I couldn't get them together in the beginning. and lock them down fast enough, so they kept moving around on me, so I could never get a good rotation going. So that was me playing bad. So as long as you play better than me, which is probably very easy to do, as long as you play better than that, you'll get through it no problem with just like a very easy, like a free to play Ayaka team. And as far as you did say you were free to play, right? I'm not going crazy. Yeah, you are free to play. She has a couple of selections. She has a number of really good weapons for free to play. So, and Ganyu has some good free to play options as well, but they're not quite as good. I think Ayaka has more options as a free to play. Alright, let's get through this floor and just see if I can do at least better on the second floor. Alright, let's just teleport. Thank you. Ooh! Oops. I timed that very badly. One of these days I'll be good at this game, I swear. I'd like to say it's just because, like a stage fright sort of thing. Like, you know, you can do something 1,000 times by yourself with absolutely no problem, but as soon as someone's watching you, all of a sudden you can't do it anymore, and it's like the hardest thing in the world. Okay. There we go, much better. Just gotta get through this stupid Magukenki, and then we can do some actual damage tests with Ayaka again. Oh, let me just take a closer look at this. What can I use instead of Shenhe? I don't have Shenhe, I only have Diona and Sucrose and that Cryo kid with the blue hair. Oh, Chongyun. Okay. Okay, I think okay, in that case, sounds like you've seen enough. Let's just leave for now. Let's take a look. We'll go with what you have. So, do you have, let me think. What other characters could you use? Do you have a Mona by chance? I figure you might have a chance to have her because she is standard banner. So if you have Mona, that gives some opportunities. But the best free-to-play team for Ayaka. Hold on, I'll put one together for you. Let's take a look. You do have Mona. Okay. I can work with that. Mona's a really good pick for this team. So, a free-to-play Ayaka team with Mona. C4 Mona! Oh my. Free-to-play player with a C4 Mona. The game must just absolutely love just spitting out Monas at you. It's like if you're losing a 50-50, it's Mona, right? Every time? But, okay, let's do a quick, Okay, so free-to-play, friendly team. So we'll grab Mona.
This is destiny.
Or no, not Mona there. We want Sucrose, which you believe you said you had.
I can do it.
And Mona. Where's our Mona?
It is as the stars foretold.
Oh, also something worth noting. I've lost so many 50-50s. Man, I feel for you. I really do. I should also worth noting my Sucrose wasn't built when I was doing that run, so I'm just going to go ahead and rebuild her real fast. Give me just a moment. She unfortunately shares artifacts with my Sayu, so I just need to quickly put her back together again. Won't take more than a minute. As long as I can find them. Beautiful, that looks way better. Okay, so if you have a lot of Monas, this is a pretty solid freeze team. If I can find maybe like a Diona, Sucrose, Mona, Ayaka. You have Ayato too. Personally, I don't think the two of them work that well in a team together. They can, honestly, but I think it's better to kind of keep them separate. That way you have two really strong carries. If you're doing the Abyss, you have, Ayaka do one side, Ayato do the other sort of deal. But that's just more or less my opinion, though. You could try doing them together. And you're probably interested in free-to-play weapons. So Black Sword obviously isn't free-to-play, but if you ever did get a battle pass for whatever reason, if you ever changed your mind, that's a good option. Something like the this thing from Kazuha's story quest is really, really good on her. It's pretty solid. What about Shinsho? Can I use her with Ayaka? Absolutely. Fantastic character with her. I would debate that he's probably better than Mona. Like, Mona's better for if you like that damage for screenshot, like you really want the really big number. Mona helps set that up. But if you want something a bit more consistent, Shinsho, 100%. The Ame, I can always remember. Yes, absolutely. That actually was her premier free-to-play weapon for quite a long time. I was using it for a little while. It's quite good on her. So I'd say, yeah, your free-to-play options for 4 stars. Yeah, like I said, the Kazuha story sword is quite good. The Ame Noma is really good. I think there's another crafted sword that might be okay that I'm not thinking of. Harbinger of Dawn, the 3 star, is actually pretty good. Like, your damage won't be as high, but it's, that good consistent crit rates and crit damage is quite good. If you have any of the standard banner 5 stars, they're all pretty good on her. Skyward Blade is okay. Primordial Jade Cutter is insane. It's really, really good on her. But yeah, I would say that if you're for free to play and you have it ready to go, Ame Noma Kageyuchi, fantastic, good pick. Like let's, for the sake of argument, fortunately I don't have the best weapons leveled up, but let's go ahead and just roll with a. You know what? I'm going to use the flute, because my flute's level 90. So, we're going to go ahead and just fight something. Actually, you know what? Let's roll into the Abyss with this team. How about that? Am I a whale? Oh, no. God, no. I'm a low spender. So, I buy the Welkin Moon, and I'll sometimes buy the Battle Pass. Like, I used to buy the Battle Pass a lot, not anymore, though. Like, now it's a once-in-a-while thing when I'm like, oh, you know what, I'll buy a little treat for myself. I'm going to get the Battle Pass. But yeah, it's just Welkin Moon. That is not to say, hold on, let me, full disclosure, let's be completely honest here. I have spent money on, like, characters before. Ignoring the skin for a second, I'll get into that. So, if I open up my character archive real quick, I spent money on Klee when I first started playing. Like, I spent, like, money to get her. I spent money to get Kokomi. Like, I actually spent, like, I think $100 to make sure I could get her. It was rough. And Shenhe was a Christmas gift. I had a friend of mine basically said, I will pay for your rolls until you get her. Other than that, everything else on this account has just been through Welkin Moons and those battle passes sometimes. And this particular skin was a birthday present as well. But yes. So no, not a whale, just an occasional spender. Generally low, for the most part. Is there anything else I can do to change this to make this more free-to-play accessible? I do have the C1. Again, I actually did not spend... God damn, you have so many good characters. Comes with playing for a long time. I've been playing since patch 1.3. I jumped on. I got brought in by a friend of mine pretty early on. So I've had a long time to accumulate characters. I've had time to go through. Oh, also, I guess you wanted to see this too, just while it's on my mind. So this is my Dia. I had saved a long time for her. I had a lot of I had like 250 wishes saved up, and I got her weapon 2. I got her constellation 1, and I triple crowned her. See, just because you were commenting on my Dia earlier, I figured I'd just show the whole thing off. I don't get a chance to show her off that often, like not in detail at least. But yeah, I went all in on her. But yeah, so this is my free-to-play Ayaka for now. Let's see how this... I'll do a quick run-through. Little abandon challenge. We'll just do exactly what we did last time. Where's my Bennett? Where's my boy? And we'll do that with Kazuha. So there's my... There's that team, and then we're going to do Diona, Sucrose. Sucrose is actually built this time, so... Oh my god, bro, you just made Dia OP. Honestly, she's pretty good. Sure, all the hate she was getting and how bad people think and go on about how terrible Dia's kit is, she plays fine. Like, the damage is there. You have to set up for it. You have to build around it. You have to, like, you know, put the investment into it. And you can get good numbers out of her. But you can do that with pretty much any character, with very few exceptions. It just takes a little longer, right? Like, Dia, I was working on Dia, like, exclusively. Every point of resin I had went into Dia for, like, probably, like, a month. Like, 3 to 4 weeks, easy. Well, yeah, so we're gonna... Let's do this real fast. See how this goes. Well, that was weird. My controller cut out there for a second. Uh-oh. I think I might need to take a look at my controller after this. It's cutting out on me a little bit. Alright. So once we're through this guy's shield, we'll see if my free-to-play Ayaka build holds up. Keeping in mind, it's definitely not ideal. Like, just to make, again, be completely fair, my Ayaka is not built for a freeze team right now. She's actually built for a mono cryo team, so it's, like, more focused on attack damage rather than, like... How am I trying to say this? It has more crit rate in it than I need for a freeze team. If that makes sense, but let's go ahead and try it. I'm definitely feeling the difference of not having my, like, you know, my fancy, my fancy sword, but, this isn't bad. Now, if I can just get that other guy to come into... There we go. Go a little closer. Just come a little closer for me, bud. This will be close. This will be very close. Yeah, not quite getting 30 the full stars with this setup, but I think with some practice and like a little bit of refining for my build, I think this could be this would work 100%. Because like I said, I'm not quite set up for this. There we go. So yeah, it's okay like that, but I'll also say one other thing. I'm using the flute. Hello, Unit 5. I'll say this right now. I do not recommend the flute. The only reason I grabbed the flute was because this is the one 4-star weapon that's, like, I would say is free-to-play friendly that I have leveled up. My Amenuma is only level 80. So there are better options. 100%. Dendro breaks the Hydro Shields much faster, especially in Hida. Oh no, you're absolutely right, Unit. Don't worry. We're actually kind of workshopping a free-to-play Ayaka build. Because Peter Parker was asking about a good build and setup and team comp for a free-to-play Ayaka. And I was basically just going through it and seeing how it would work with what I have. Is there a way to break those shields faster? Oh, absolutely. You have Nahida? Yeah, just like Unit 5 said, the Dendro absolutely mulches through those shields. Just burns them down really fast. So in that instance, that case, like Unit 5 said, going in with like a Dendro-esque, like a Dendro character would help with that particular floor quite a bit. Now, actually, you could... Hold on. Why don't we experiment with that? That's what we're here for, right? We're here to... Oh, no worry, Unit 5. This is the nature of streams, right? You jump in and you have no idea what's going on. You know what? Sure. I'm happy to. I'm happy to do this. I do have my 36 stars already, but I am more than happy to do this. So, what would the team look like? So, we're gonna reorganize this just a smidge. So, we are going to... Now, you want to do this... You do this with Nahida more often than not. But then you need a healer. Do you have Kokomi? By chance, Peter Parker, do you have Kokomi? If not, I'll work around that. Because the reason I ask for Kokomi is because she makes doing this setup really easy. But if not, we just have to get a little creative. No worries. Just means we have to get creative, that's all. So we will stick with Diona. We need... Maybe we have to go without Sucrose then. There's two ways I can think of doing this. Nahida will do it faster, but let's make this as free-to-play friendly as possible. Barbara and Bennett. Barbara could work. Barbara can definitely work, but her hydro application isn't the best. Because she could replace Shincho. Let's do this as free-to-play friendly as possible. Let's go ham. So, we'll do Ayaka, Sucrose, Yao Yao. We'll do it with Yao Yao. I hope you have Yao Yao for this, because if not, well, I'll modify. I'll make changes.
Don't fear. Yo-yo's here.
Barbara, Virgin. That's the only goal that we have right now in Unit 5 is just to make a team that uses Ayaka, that's free to play, that's extremely free to play friendly, that can 36 star the Abyss. And we're gonna try this first. I don't know why I built the team there. I have no idea why we did this. Yeah, I have Yao Yao. Excellent. I love Yao Yao. Yao Yao is fantastic. So we'll try it with Yao Yao, see how it works, and if not, I'll make more adjustments. But I think this should work just fine. So, again, first half, Raiden Shogun, Dia. Where's my Benny boy? I always have a hard time fighting Benny boy. And Kazuha, and then second half will be Ayaka, Sucrose, Shincho, and our girl Yao Yao. Cool. All right, so this is test number 3. We're getting somewhere. We're gonna make this free to play Ayaka as strong as possible. Ironically, I think this will be easier for you because you'll have more of the a better setup in mind because you've been pre-planning this. I have 33 stars. I just can't get 3 stars on the first half. Those shields are unbreakable. Well, if it's the first half you're having trouble with, or if you mean the first half of the first couple floors. Okay, well let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's see how this works. And then I cast Punch. The Eternal Oasis at long last. But yeah, so we'll get through these shields. We'll make it happen. Don't you worry. I promise you, we'll find you a team that'll work. You have my word, friendo. Yeah, okay. Floor 12 first half, yeah. Yeah, well, the problem is with, the first half here with this, cryo shield, Bennett murders it. He makes quick work of it. It's just, getting to the shield, I guess, is the harder part at that point. Alright. Let's see how this works. So this team actually is a real team as far as I know. It's I think it's called Fridge. Refrigerator. Something like that. I keep getting frozen.
Now you're testing my patience.
Witness the power of what rain outlines your fate.
If I could stop getting frozen, that would be fantastic. Those balloons should kill him. Sir, excuse me. You're not supposed to survive that bloom.
know my sword. Don't be scared. Embrace the ice.
Oh, the positioning on that's really good.
My apologies. Swirl, let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your fate.
Ooh, let's not accidentally get killed here.
Whirling snow.
Not quite.
Take flight. Don't be scared. Kamisato art. Sumetsu.
Okay. Okay, that's a little better. That was a lot better. I think, again, just if I clean that up, I can get that. But what I want to try now... Let's try... You said you had Nahida. Let's try it with Nahida. I just have to, again, switch the team up. I think with Nahida... I think Nahida will push it over the top. Abandon challenge. So if we're giving up Nahida, if we're giving up something, we have to pick something to get rid of for Nahida to replace. So we'll do Nahihi. We will do Shincho. We will do... we need a healer. We need a healer. Who could it be? Who could it be now? Let's just use Diona. And finally, Kokomi. It was better, definitely. Like, I was about 15 seconds off. Like, honestly, I personally think that if I just cleaned that up and just played it a little bit better, I could get it with that team without any other adjustments. But I do want to try it with Nahida and see if that can just do it on its own. And I absolutely think it can.
You are coming as foretold.
Everybody
Where
stand
the
back.
eternal oasis. Clouds high. The birds.
You asked for it.
The eternal oasis. Long last.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Why are you still alive? Good lord. Well, that cost me some time.
Now you shall perish. Shine down. Wakula. I'm going in. Lots off.
Oh, I scuffed that.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered. Let's light it up. Everybody stand back. That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Alright, almost done. There we go. So I'm doing this without Sucro this time. So, man, you know, you play the game a certain way for so long, and then you try to go back to playing how you used to play when you didn't have all the resources and all the characters to fall back on. And it's like, man, I have to get used to this again.
Care for a dance? Dance with me. Body and witness the power of the walk.
Oh, and I'm getting frozen already.
Just begun. Look at you. Whirling snow. Sakura swirl. Take flight. Not done yet. I'm getting hit. Rim cutter. My apologies.
I probably should check to make sure my Nahida was actually built right now, because I honestly don't know. Okay, that was already faster.
Everyone hold hands. The Temple of Wisdom. Let me weave you a verse.
I think my heat is fine, but...
Mine's
Oh, I pushed the wrong button.
take flight.
Oh, is it going to work itself out? Yeah, more or less.
Get out of your drink. Ring cutter. No, my sword. Whirling snow.
I think I'll get this. As long as I'm not freezing that one guy over and over again.
I see everything. Sharing my knowledge.
Ow, 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 ow. Sir, stay still, please. Oh. Oh. That was it, though. Is that good? Was that good enough, or do I need to do it again? That was one hit of me just getting slapped into the air. That would have been the difference. Does it count or no? Can that count? If not, I'll do it again. Peter Parker, the ball's in your court.
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
Okay, it counts. Good. Oh. So, in conclusion, free-to-play Ayaka can definitely 36 star it. You just need to have a plan in mind for each floor, I think. So, why don't we do that, actually? Let's, you're pulling for Ayaka. Hell yeah. I wish you luck. If you would like, though, since you're here, would you like me to do a quick, like, maybe give some advice for each floor of the Abyss? Like, on the first half, second half, and see if, like, I can maybe help you out? And also, I gotta fix this. Oh, let's get my team back. Where's my Diona? Oh. Am I Kazuha? Am I Shenhe? Am I Ayaka? Ah. Ah, much better.
My help as usual.
Ah. And Ayaka can have her Mist Splitter back. Sure thing. So I think for Chamber 1, we kind of see what the general strategy is. Any team for the first half can work, but you need a Pyro character. Bennett is fantastic for it, because as long as you have Bennett, he can break the Frost Shield for you really quickly. You just spam the skill. You don't even charge it, just tap the skill every time it's up, and then the shield go down pretty fast. And if you have a second Pyro character, that helps too, like a Zhongling or something, can get through it really fast. Second half, we've already seen the demonstration. You just, the Ayaka team works wonders, freezing and using Nahida plus Shincho, and a decent healer. Diona's really good because of the shield, and that works fantastic. For the second chamber, first half, first half's a little tricky. It's just whatever team that you have, whatever character you have that does the most single target damage. Like, as an example, if you had a Hu Tao, I'd say use Hu Tao. Just anything that can get through them really fast. Keep in mind, I know this is like jumping from team to team, but even like with my big character roster, I have to do multiple runs for each floor. So like with this, how am I saying this words? My first run through, I had 34 stars, and then I had to put together a different set of teams to get another star, and then I had to do that again, a new set of teams to get the last star I needed. So just be prepared that you're probably going to have to do multiple runs to get all the stars. But yeah, for this one, whatever your best single target is, I would put up against the Magukenki. The team we just did with with Ayaka would probably work in the second half. here with against the Black Knights. The only thing that you need to remember is that they don't like shields. If you have a shield character, you will get absolutely punished for it. So in this case, if you're having trouble on this one, don't bring a shield. Just bring a regular healer, and you'll be fine. And for the third floor, again, third floor is actually going to probably look a lot like the first one. You want a pyro character on the first half, like Bennett, someone who can help you with those big lava trail shields. And just generally good damage. And the Wee Nut, I'll tell you right now, this thing's awful. Like, if you get stonewalled by anything on this abyss, it's going to be this thing. And the best advice I can give, and I'll do an example for you if you have the time. I'm more than happy to do an example. I have to do a full run-through. It'll take a couple minutes, but I can go through it pretty fast. But he has a way you can knock him down, and he always does the same pattern. Which character is getting the Magu and the Wee Nuts? So I don't know what your roster is, unfortunately, so I can only guess, but let's go through the archive real fast. So I don't know what characters you have. I can only throw some ideas out there, like single target characters. How to kill Wee Nuts easily. I'll answer that next. And easily isn't the right word. Any single target damage is really good. Actually, you know who's good against the Magu Kenki in hindsight? Ayato. Now I can clear... I'll show the potential. I'll see what I can do. But yeah, Ayato can do good against the Magu Kenki. And I use Ayaka against the Wee Nut, but Wee Nut's rough. It's really rough. It takes practice. I hate saying it like that, but yeah. All right, so let's just do the same teams I just did. So we'll stick with my Dia team, but I will do Sucrose with them if I can find my Sucrose. And then I will do my full power Ayaka team. So it'll be Shenhe, Kokomi, Kazuha, yeah, something like that. Wait, no, I've done that in the wrong order. Hold on. Shenhe, there we go. Something like that. Yeah, I think Ayato could... The only reason I'm saying Ayato specifically is because you have Ayato. But he has good damage overall. Do you have Toma? My messages are going late because I'm in Asia. Ah! Yeah, there's also a stream delay too, right? So it's like that's probably creating... it's making awkward timing. No worries, no worries. So, do you have Toma, though?
You are coming with your toes.
Let's get it on! I'm going in! Absorption test. Enhanced animal muscle. You're dead meat!
Then I have a team for you to try that might be good for your Ayato, but I'll show you it after I do this run. Oh, this guy's... Oh. Oh, that's bad.
Now you shall perish!
Okay, I'm gonna restart that because that guy jumped. I don't know where he came from. I don't know where he went.
You are coming with your toes.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Vengeance! Swirl, Mark 2! Gloves off!
The eternal oasis at long last.
Let's get it on! Torn to oblivion!
Okay, that was a little better.
Shine down!
But yeah, I have while I'm just kind of going through this, I'll just kind of think out loud here, but
Animal test 60.
I do have a Ayato team that you might have some fun with. that's also very free-to-play friendly.
Inazuma shines eternal.
It's basically a Burgeon team using Nikita, Toma, and words. The name's escaping me at the moment. Ayato. So Nikita, Ayato, Toma.
Adventure time.
This is going very slowly.
I'm going in.
I did that very slowly. Sorry, back. What teams did you use to 36? I only did the first chamber. I've switched it up for this one just because I wanted to give some wee nut advice. But I did a fridge team using Nahida, Shincho, Diona, and Ayaka. Why is your Bale not doing high damage? Is it because of the opponents? Mainly because my she's not that built right now. Like her set's decent, but I have had really bad luck with the that particular domain. Even though I do have her both her skill and her I do have her burst crowned, I think. I think I have her double crowned actually.
Dance. Transfiguring. Dance with me.
Clouds high. The birds
Hold the line. The show is over.
I did not mean to do that.
Coming Sato out. Selencer. Take flight. My will
Alright,
and
let's see how
body.
this goes.
Do your master's bidding. Rest and leave it. My apologies.
Oh, I got that freeze right where I want it. Did I record the run? I did not record it, but it is going to be, it will stay on the channel, though, because the live stream. So, no worries on that front. Ow.
Unleash.
one with nature.
Oh, man, I'm just...
Fallen leaves.
That was...
Adorn my night.
Okay, I just gotta heal.
Take your true form.
The winds move.
Whirling
Man, this sucks. This sucks.
My apologies. Embrace the ice. Cryo incarnate.
Okay. These guys embarrass me. These guys make me look so bad. I'm just gonna let that slide because I hate this floor so much for that, because sometimes it's just easy as heck and I have no problems with it, and sometimes I'm just bouncing around like I'm being juggled. So I'm over that floor. I find it to be kind of RNG, but sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's not. Most of the other floors are a bit more consistent, usually.
Absorption test.
Well, I wonder if I should have put Sucrose on the second half instead of this one, but this is gonna suck. I don't have a choice. Oh, I mistimed my dodge. Ugh. You know, the worst part is I actually did a 36-star run, like, literally yesterday on someone's request. I had someone else in the chat who was asking for, could you do a full run with this team? I want to see how good Shenhe is. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. And I didn't have a single issue. I'm like, why am I like this? Now I'm, like, struggling. And I'm using the exact same teams.
Animal test 6308. You asked for it.
Oh, it's fine, though.
escape.
Okay, didn't screw it up that time. Alright, teleport.
Shined up. Let's get it on.
Oh, I screwed that up. Yep, there's the teleport.
Absorption test. I'm going in. Enhanced animal mod. There is no escape.
Again, excusing my terrible play. I'm playing like an absolute dum-dum.
Mortal plane.
An absolute dum-dum. Oh my goodness. I swear I'm not this bad normally. Oh my god. This is miserable. I've made a fool of myself on the internet. I'll never forget. Oh. That's okay though.
Shined up.
It's just play better.
Animal test 63. You're dead meat.
I have this time for sure.
There is no escape. Now you shall perish.
Okay, I'm just gonna play it safe this time. It's not like I can damage him anyway.
Illusion shattered.
There's the teleport.
Everybody stand.
Dodge with burst.
Animal hypostasis any? Inazuma shines eternal.
Okay, just gotta wait to see what he does next.
You asked for it.
Start laying some punches into him.
Going in. Torn to oblivion.
There we go. That was so much better. Oh my god. Okay. Now for these clowns.
One with nature.
So these guys, you really just need to keep them frozen. There's not really any two ways about it. These guys suck sometimes. Oh, wrong button.
Into the wind. My apologies. Kamisato out.
Throw the burst out. That should finish this off. Unless it slightly pushes him out of range, in which case I cry.
Wind strike. Whirling snow.
Okay, I got over a minute to deal with these last groups, so it should be okay.
By ordinance divine. Obey.
If that last guy could just come a little closer, that would be fantastic. Just use this to get my health back.
Transfiguring. Whirling snow. Embrace the ice. Into the wind. Abreast. Take flight.
There we go. This is going a lot better.
My will involve. My apologies.
There we go. Just like that. 20 seconds to spare. That is... Oh, God. I'm stressing myself out a little bit because now I'm like, I have something to prove. Normal and charge attack damage by 20%. Fantastic.
Shined up.
Now, this is one of those floors that took me a lot of attempts because I just kept getting killed. But this should be okay. Yeah, another thing to keep in mind is that when I am doing this for stars and I'm pushing it and I'm really trying to get as far as I can, what I'll tend to do is if I have 3 stars on the floor already, I won't try to get 3 stars the next time, and I'll just make sure all my bursts are ready for the next attempt. Ooh. Oh, whoa! We'll just see if I can do it without.
There is no escape.
I doubt it, though.
You asked for it.
Yeah, no Bennett burst makes this suck.
Stand clear. Now you shall perish.
Most of this, the whole point of this is just to show the way to do the Wii Nut fast. So, just because of how bad that first half went, I'm going to say this probably isn't going to be a perfect run. This isn't going to be 3 stars, but it should be close. So, basically, what you have to do is just constantly be trying to sneak hits in. Like, whenever you can. Like, even if you're not getting that much damage, and just a little bit. But you save all your bursts. You don't do anything big until he is on the ground. Like, this is a good opportunity to get hits in. Like, pretty much guilt-free. And the goal is you want to kill him in 2 phases. Okay, here we go. This is where you go for it. As soon as he goes into the air and his face is hittable, you start just hitting him. Because you're going to be able to knock him down doing that. Then you go to town. And then you just wait for him to do it again. The goal is you can do it in 2 combos, and you'll have just enough time. And because of this Wii Nut in the Abyss specifically, has a very strict pattern that it adheres to. It'll always do the same things, mostly. And sometimes you might have to go for it here, like go for the kill here, but I'm not, just for the sake of example, but it's kind of risky though if you do it. So just wait until his face is near the ground, then you pop everything. And that's how you do the easy Wii Nut. That's... Again, I had a really bad first half. Like, my first half was horrendous. That was horrible. I could easily save 30 seconds just on that first half alone. And also worth noting is that you can, oh my god, Ayaka, I need you to stop talking for just a second. When he sticks his tail out of the ground on the second run, like the second rotation that he does, you can sometimes get the kill there if he's low enough. But that just depends on how much you've been able to hit him and, like, poke at him while he was doing his, up and down all around the ground kind of nonsense. But anyway, as promised, I did promise a team that you were possibly interested in. So this is my Ayato team. It is a Burgeon team using Ayato as the base. None of these characters, other than, like, even my Ayato is not that well built, I don't think. Actually, no, he's pretty good. He's solid. Toma is built mostly for Elemental Mastery. Though he's kind of low right now. And you run him on that newer set, the one that Flower of Paradise lost, the one that increases Elemental Mastery and, like, Burgeon damage and stuff. So that was good, though, so basically we have to do is first half fast and then kill the Wii Nut in 2 attempts. Exactly. You just have to get him on the second rotation, and you should have more than enough time. Like, the time, when I actually did my first 3-star attempt on it, I had 20 seconds left over. It was night and day. Like, I was under by, like, 12 seconds. Like, I was, like, 15, 20 seconds short most attempts. And then I was 20 seconds over. It was nuts. But, okay, so let's just quickly put together, make sure he's set up right. Gilded Dreams. Wait, no, I don't want Gilded Dreams. I want Paradise Lost. There we go. That's a little better. So Toma is stacked with nothing but Elemental Mastery and a energy tree charge, or an Elemental Mastery weapon, the free-to-play one, the one you can craft from Inazuma, or from Sumeru. Oh my! I keep. You know, I was having a problem with the Yao Yao earlier, and I forgot to do this yesterday too. She's using her wrong. She's not using the right weapon. Oops. I was using a level 1 beginner's protector. That explains a lot. Anyway, and Nahida is just doing Nahida things. And Ayato's whatever you want. Like, I use him with a Echoes of an Offering. Just for the a nice hardy attack buff. Now, I'm not going to put him into the Abyss right now. I'm just going to, for the sake of example, because I don't want to fight the Elemental Shields again, if I'm being fully honest. I'm just going to fight the Dendro Chicken. Just for showing what the team does. But you might have some. I think this team would do you good on the second and maybe even third floor of the Abyss, like against the Magu Kenki and stuff. This team might be the one you're looking for. So it's just literally Nahida skill, Yao Yao skill, Toma's skill. Its burst isn't up. I just have to get Toma's burst up. All right, let's do it for real this time. Okay. Oh my god, Toma, please. You're killing me here. Toma! Thank you. There we go. Anyway, the goal is just to get Ayato, using Ayato to create seeds from Bloom, and then having Toma's burst blow them up. But again, I am doing a terrible job of showing it off. But yeah, it's a basic team. It gets the job done. It's very good. Burgeon's really strong. And Ayato gets to do a ton of damage, and Toma gets something to do. Yeah, you just stack a bunch of EM on him and go to town. The only downside with my setup is that I know I need more energy recharge on him, but it's hard to find that balance of energy recharge and elemental mastery. Actually, you know what might help with that? You know, I'm going to workshop this a little bit. Let's try to make this a little better. Let's do it with Bennett. Because the fact that my Bennett is C6 doesn't really matter here, because Ayato's infusion cannot be overwritten. So now let's see how it works. Not on the chicken, though. Let's find something a little less rowdy. Honestly, you know what I wish they would add? Is like a target dummy. Something I can just hit. Like a little mini domain where it's just like an enemy where you can just beat up infinitely. Just to see numbers. That would make me very happy.
Check this out.
Everybody stand back!
Supporting fire. Be still.
Oh, that's way smoother.
Let's light it up!
Don't get too close. Cascade.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, I know I'm not showing off anything particularly new or exciting here, but it's really good free-to-play. It's a decent free-to-play build. If you have these characters, of course, like 2 4-stars, and if you have Ayato, it's a good option for him. I should probably be paying more attention.
Sharing my knowledge. This may hurt. I'm going in.
I got you covered. Check this out.
Yeah, I think this is the... I think that's the secret sauce. I think that's the way to do it. Oh. And here we are again. Quiet. Silent. Sad. That's okay. Well, I never did get around to workshopping Amber like I wanted to. Kind of got caught up in the... in some chat requests. See, if I was smarter, what I would have done... I should have done that run differently and just said, this is just for the Wii Nut. We're not trying to get stars. I'm just going to try to 3-star the Wii Nut floor, but... that's a hindsight thing for you. And I think I had lots of leftover time on the floor before. I easily could have... I could have taken the time to fix it. That was a mistake. I just hope that I did not do that guy dirty. And that Peter Parker... will do better than I did. Well, it was part of the schedule. It's what I planned on doing. So you know what? We're going to make an Amber team. So, how do we make Amber good? I want to do a charge attack build. I want to take advantage of her C1 since I have it. So it probably needs to be double pyro to make swirling easier, because she can't apply pyro very well. I need someone else who can do it. Instinct says Bennett, but a lot of Bennett's stuff... well, his C6 doesn't apply to her, unfortunately, because she's a bow user. Which feels kind of bad. Shinsho doesn't work with her. Because he doesn't trigger on charge attack, just normals, I think. Who else could it be? Raiden Shogun doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense, so... alright, you know what? We're gonna try Bennett. We'll try Bennett first. We'll do Bennett. We'll do... someone who can swirl. I want the damage to be good, so let's try to put this in the best light we can. So let's grab Kazuo. Wherever the gentleman may be hiding, I do not know. Swear to God, he disappears every time I'm looking for him. And then we need someone that can help do a reaction with. An off-field cryo would be nice. Maybe Layla? Let's see. Layla has her shield and can do some pretty solid off-field cryo application, so let's try it. Other than that, Kaya puts us too close, which I don't think I want. Diona would be okay. Because, she has the shield as well, and is another healer. I guess that could work. Other than that, what other cryo options are there? Shenhe doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Chi-Chi doesn't really do much for it, because again, it's melee range, and doesn't apply very often. Kokomi, or Ayaka does not make any sense. So, let's go with this. Let's see how this works.
Can't sleep. Let's go for a walk then.
Now, my Layla is not particularly well built, or even really fully leveled up yet, but it should be okay. Now, I need a willing participant, someone I can just beat up. Now, I was doing the chicken earlier. I probably shouldn't do the chicken, though. I'm pyro stuff. I don't want to do the chicken. He jumps around too much when you do that. If you're Electro, he just falls over. If he's Pyro, he summons ads and just explodes, and it's just a miserable time overall. And I don't need that in my day-to-day. So we'll see how this works. I don't exactly have high expectations, but I'd like to see Amber do some numbers.
Teamwork is true.
Flags high. The birds come.
Cold. Mine's a command. My guidance. No one escapes my sight.
Oh, yeah, like 8K on the high end? Meh.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
I didn't check her artifacts, actually. That would have been a smart thing to do. And her weapon's not leveled up, and oh my goodness, I'm slacking. Decabrian Legacies, right. I'll have to check on those. Have I stolen her artifacts? No. But I should have better ones. Do I not have a better Wanderer's Troop? Is this really the best I got? Well, we'll stick with it for now. Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of the upgrades will come out of leveling up this bow. I have to figure out how to get viewers to stick around, you know? I want people to hang out. I'd like to get, like, people to hang around for a majority of the stream. Just don't know how to go about it. Well, in the meantime, at least see if I have more of these. I do, actually. Alright, Ayaka, hook me up. Give me some Decabrian epics. Marvelous. Okay, cool. There we go. That's okay. That's a pretty significant improvement. Normal and charge attacks have continuously attract surrounding enemies, which is just kind of good, right? So I assume this goes up to like it might go up to 30. I hope it goes up to 33%, or at least 30. Probably 28. Probably caps out at 28, if I'm being honest. Well. Oh, there's another quest to do for this. Interesting. Really? Are we on the... Oh my god, we are on the last one already. Huh. Well, I'll be. Well. I mustn't lose heart. These things happen.
I'll race you there.
Well, I haven't made, how's my ore situation looking? Oops. I did not mean to do that. Well, gotta make sure to keep these coming in, or I will run out. So, I think I'm about ready to wrap things up for the day. not much else left to do. I kind of got this idea for Amber builds, and I think I have some good ideas of what I want to do with Mika now, and how I want to present them. But
Oh, ow.
yeah.
Where did that come from?
I do want to try something though while it's on my mind. Like, obviously, Bennett's the... I'm going to use Bennett in this team, but let's just throw Mika in here for just a moment.
My lance and crossbow are prepped and ready.
Selecting my team makes them work better. So I need to read how this works exactly. How does the attack speed buff work? No, I need this. Okay, Mika uses a crossbow to attack, granting all nearby characters Soul Wind. Pierce through opponents, dealing conduct, goes into mode. Yeah, so this is the one that hits one more than one opponent. Hits when a Rhyme Star Shard hits an opponent. So as long as I'm hitting something with the hold, I should get a stack. But I don't care about that for this. This is just for the attack speed. So let's just go ahead and test that. I want to see what the difference is.
Be still.
Neutralizing threat.
That's noticeable, actually. Wow. That's not bad, actually. Cool. I gotta check something. If I'm gonna make a comment on this, I should probably make sure I'm researched. I need his constellations. It's his... When Star Swirl Frost Arrow hits an opponent, or its Ramstar Flare hits an opponent, one detector stack from the penalty will be generated. Yeah, so... You need a C2 at least. I think a C2 is what actually makes him, like, work. C4 helps a lot. C1 is whatever, it's nice, but... And, of course, C6 is where all the damage comes from. Okay.
Cascade.
Alright, let's go ahead and just... Let's just run a quick experiment, right? We'll get our bursts up. We'll do this real quick, just because I'm curious.
You had your chance.
Don't get too close. Be still.
Yeah, I don't really need Mika's burst, like, at all. Let's make sure. Ayato's burst doesn't secretly increase his attack speed or something, does it? Yeah, it's just normal attack bonus, which, I mean... Yeah, you know what? I should probably make sure I have that up. This is just for one quick attempt. You know, let's not, we're not doing anything fancy. We're not trying to push limits here. We're just seeing if this works. And in that case, the Burgeon's important, but I think I'd rather them be swapped. because I want the attack speed up for longer. Actually, I have a good way of testing to make sure this makes sense. I need the duration, so that's 12 seconds on yours, and your burst lasts for 15 seconds. So, oh, this is absolutely correct then. That is perfect. Works out. Okay.
Here's Becca. Dividing
Be still.
Alright, not bad.
Minute.
Not bad.
Temple of Wisdom.
Fire it up. Precision strike. Lethal.
I may have overestimated.
Unironically, very good.
Got you covered.
Hold on.
Final warning.
Is this Mika's true calling? Could this be Mika's true calling? I will make an reference. I will definitely talk about that. That's actually noticeable. I like it. Okay, well, I think I'm about ready to wrap this up. I have to do my, adulting business for the day, etc. So, I'd like to thank anyone who came by to hang out, had a good time. And I especially want to thank anyone who was asking about, questions, build ideas, or, was inquiring about, Abyss advice. I appreciate that kind of stuff, and I'm always happy to help. So, thanks for coming by. Hope to see people come back again tomorrow. I always try to stream in the mornings on the weekdays, so by all means, come by, hang out, say hello. And if you have, ideas or want some advice for a team or anything like that, just ask away. And I think that's it. So to everyone who came by to hang out, thanks. To anyone who watches this later down the line, thank you too. So have a good one. Cheers.